Hey man, I'm here with this video as you can see. Alright, let me put the headphones. I have to put the headphones right. Alright, let me see that wait. Let me put this mic. Anyway, as you can see, I'm here with this video and as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm filming myself and all that. It's amazing. So anyway, what I wanted to do is today and I woke up and all that. And what I realized is that the biggest thing that most people have is the mindset. If you want to have a big breakthrough through your life, you have to change your life. You have to change your life, meaning you have to have a breakthrough in your mindset. And what goes on, it goes on. So what happens is that we've been programmed. Most of the people of society, the 99% of people, have been programmed to be better than Matrix, right? From we were born. We've been programmed that the only thing we can do is go to college, go to school, go to college and get a job, which stands for just so broke, a job. And that's when you say that to people, they what they would do, they will say, well, that's the only way you can go. And you try to tell them about business and all that. And what they're going to do, they're going to try to take you back. They're trying to say, oh, that does not work. That's impossible. And all that. And so because we've been programmed from birth, and, it's hard for us to take action. So no, I'm not saying to blame that, which is big impact, but we have to get rid of that mindset. See, David King Human was saying that when you go to a place, um, he was saying that when what he does a lot is that what he does is that he goes and and um and talks to people, and they're like, are is he really that person, that makes money online? And he really says that, but people don't believe him. Even when I go around, I tell people about King Human. Now I really don't tell them that much, but I did before. I don't tell them that much no more because they've been doubting me. And so this guy yesterday was in class, and we're like last second period, and we're laughing, we're like ha ha ha, and I look at them like, hey, what are you looking at? And this guy look at, and then this guy, he comes like, hey, you should tell him about your online money making things that don't work, and basically that. And I told him, man, shut up, like shut up, because I didn't want people to tell them, but basically, that got motivate me, kind of like it kind of got my emotional, but still, I'm like, oh, man, I'm gonna have to do this. And screw them. They don't need a validation from them. But at one point, that can be good. It can be bad because they said it. But the one thing can be like, wow, I need to do this because I can show them that it's possible. And the reason that I want to to succeed is because it threatens them. If they say, wow, Hector did make some money, why can't I make some money? If it threatens them, it makes them subconsciously, it threatens them to be a better person, and they don't like that. They want to be on up, and they want to stay on their ass and do nothing other than just play around and screwing around. And so yeah, and so this guy, so the biggest thing is, in order for you to change, you have to understand some psychology and what it does that. Basically, there's two things the reason we've been programmed like that is because it's for the benefit of the corporations. They need people who working people, right? And they know that if they get ahead in society, then it's a big threat for these corporations. Now there's gonna be a few that get away from that mentality, from that program mentality, from parents, institutions, from the parents, from the institutions and all that. What they do is, instead of that, they what they do, they get rid of all that. And so somebody like me who kind of have that mindset, and I'm only like me, really it's only a few that have that mindset, to make money online mindset. or can realize that the next niche is the next big thing. Is not Instagram, it's not Facebook, it's not social media. It's actually having um having like older businesses putting online like plumbing or metal working, things like that. Older business, those are the biggest trend that's gonna come up next. Right now, the biggest trend is social media marketing, right? But after then more people are gonna start getting into it. They're going to start doing things like that. Then all this gap is closing really fast. So I have to start now when the trend is big. So can I fulfill? Want to be like King Human, want to be like them. It's really starting to kind of close, and then after that, it's gonna go to social media, and then after that, it's gonna be to really. So really, the older people have the advantage now, and so it's hard for the 15-year-old to make a plumbing business which have no experience. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest trends that is coming up. But he was saying that it needs to stop. So basically, the mentality of living and believe mentality needs to stop if you want to become a success. If that's what I need to do. I need to stop that negative, self-limiting, believing mentality and get rid of that. Because if not, I'm gonna be bad in the matrix. So yeah, all right, peace.